Yo, what's up guys? Today we are reviewing the Withered Bonnie and Withered Chica Jazwares FNAF figures, the world of, obviously, and the set. So yeah, originally this video was going to just be Withered Bonnie, but I went to GameStop, at the time I'm recording this, yesterday, and I found a bunch of merch, which that'll be the next video, but more importantly, I found Withered Chica, and I was like, I mean, I might as well put them together. The sets are already connected. So yeah, let's just go straight into this because I don't have much time to record this. So I'm going to try and make this quick, but as detailed as possible. So yeah, the box. This is Withered Bonnie's box. I don't have Withered Chica's, but it's practically the exact same. So yeah, now all I'm missing is Puppet, Withered Freddy, and Withered Foxy for this wave. But yeah, I'm going to just start off with the playset because man, this is actually really cool. Yeah, I'm really impressed with the playset because it's actually pretty big. Yeah. I just need the puppet to finish this, and I really want to finish this, and now this makes me want to find Chica and Foxy because my FNAF 1 office set is just one piece, and I just know it's gonna look way cooler because this is already looking super cool. But yeah, yeah, this, which a lot of people thought this was stolen fan art, but you can see that they just used the toy animatronic figures and made their own Celebrate poster, which I think that's actually pretty cool. I actually really like that detail. Also, one other thing is, like, all of the detail on this is printed on, besides, like, you know, obviously the 3D parts of it, but everything else is printed on, which a lot of people are complaining about, but I actually kind of like it. I feel like it looks better, and like, it feels better as well. Like, the floor is, like, printed, same as the wall. But yeah, the actual detail is very nice. The light button, I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be green. I think it's supposed to be white, but I mean, I don't really care. Honestly, it's one small color issue. But yeah, the back of it, obviously there's not much detail because what are they going to put on the back of it? But yeah, really cool. But yeah, I don't, there's not really much else to say. But they did mess up the monitors again. It uses like the same pictures on both monitors, but also FNAF 1 and FNAF 2. So it's kind of weird, but I mean, who cares really? But yeah, I'm gonna start off with Withered Bonnie because I feel like he's the worst of the two, but I still really like him. Yeah, this is a really good figure. The model, or the mold, I mean, is pretty much perfect. My only complaints about this guy is they used Endo 01 for his face, which he doesn't have, and there's no wires coming down onto his face, which he's supposed to have. He should have that. Sorry if you guys can hear the train in the background. But yeah, I get that they probably didn't put the wires so you can see his eyes glowing. And that's one thing that I'm gonna say for both of them. I'm not gonna even try to show the glowing because one thing I've noticed, it kind of sucks, but throughout the waves, it seems like they've just been doing worse and worse with the glowing on these. Withered Bonnie, I think it's honestly between him or the Balloon Boy figure for the worst glowing out of all of their merch. Because, yeah, I mean, I get that he has two small little dot eyes, but the glowing on it sucks. I'm just gonna be honest. The glowing on it is terrible. It barely glows, and it's like barely noticeable on camera, so I'm not even gonna bother. Withered Chica glows a little bit better, but still, I'm not even gonna bother it. But yeah, another complaint is his endo arm, or well, his wire arm. It is just like, oh, that's one thing. The posability is a lot better on both of these, especially Withered Chica. They are really doing better posability, which I'm so thankful for. But yeah, the wire arm, it's just kind of like, I don't know, it looks like they just kind of cheaped out with it because, you know, there's wires and then you look to the top and it's just kind of like a flat, like looking it kind of looks like a knife. He has like a knife arm, and then the same on the bottom. But then when you look at the sides, there's wires. So yeah, they kind of cheaped out on it. And I wish there was not just gray wires, like more color would have been nice. And also, I get that Withered Bonnie is supposed to have this little shoulder thing here, but I think it just kind of looks stupid. Honestly, I wish they would have just took this off. I get that it's more accurate, but it just looks out of place. It doesn't look right. Oh, and here's his jump scare feature. His is actually pretty smooth, and it also opens the endo mouth inside, which that's super cool. But still, like always, I would prefer they just scrap the jump scare feature for better articulation, but I don't think they're going to do that, let's be honest. And another thing, just like I mentioned with the Bonnie review, I wish the ears were posable or at least a little bent down. Also, he doesn't have any silver from like the parts that connect his ears. For some reason, they didn't do silver. But yeah, for a Withered Bonnie figure, I do still really like it. So yeah, I would say this is like a 8.5 out of 10. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, they actually are doing dirt washing on the Withered figures now. So that is amazing. That is really amazing. Dirty animatronics that don't have dirt washing on them. Yeah, I never understood why they did it like that, but now we are actually getting dirt washing. But yeah, now on to Withered Chica. So yeah, Withered Chica. I'm not gonna lie, this, I feel like, I don't know if I like this better than Magician Mangle, but it is very close. It is very close. This is honestly probably my second favorite, if not my favorite FNAF figure ever, honestly. But I'm going to say second for now, because I still do really like Magician Mangle. But yeah, this is perfect. My only complaint about this figure is the head. The top view is kind of weird because her upper beak overlaps, or not overlaps, it's like smaller than the lower beak. But I think that's accurate, but I don't, it kind of just looks weird. And also, the fact that her head isn't raised up by wires on both sides makes the head mold just look kind of odd. I get that they wouldn't have been able to use the jump scare mechanic there, but I don't really care for the jump scare mechanic. But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of looks weird without it, but still, I think she's really good. The different color wires is very nice. I'm so glad they didn't just use all gray wires. And also the dirt washing on this, amazing. The actual withering and the articulation on this too is a lot better. One thing that is kind of annoying is you can't really have her arms all the way down because she's so fat that her arms collide with her torso. So that's kind of annoying, but I don't really care that much. And then the sunken in eyes is super cool. And I'm going to have to raise up her arm to show off the jump scare feature because it kind of gets caught on my hand. But yeah, hers is kind of stiff, but it's okay. Yeah, her jump scare is a little weak. The arms don't go up that much. But yeah, still pretty cool for what we got. But yeah, I honestly think this is like a 9.5 out of 10 figure. I am really, really impressed with this. And then here is how they scale in the office. Pretty nice, honestly. One thing that's kind of annoying, it's only really like a Withered Bonnie problem because of his ears, but you kind of have to bend him down if you want him like standing in the doorway. I actually didn't even really check that with Chica. Yeah, she's also barely just too tall. So, yeah, that's kind of annoying. But, I mean, still pretty cool. Also, if you're wondering, both of these were $30 because, yeah, GameStop. Even though these are supposed to be $20, I don't, supposedly, I guess GameStop can just sell them for 10 extra. But yeah, I'm still very impressed with these, and this makes me even more excited to eventually find Withered Freddy and Withered Foxy, because both of those look really good as well. Well, more so Withered Freddy, but still. But yeah. Hopefully I can find the puppet soon as well. But yeah, that's all I really have to say for this video. Once again, sorry if it was kind of all over the place and I didn't really make sense in a lot of it. I'm only home alone for like 15 minutes right now. This video is 10 minutes long, so I'm trying to just keep this short. But yeah, the next review is something very, very cool. I will say that for sure. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace.